You're pulling into an RV park and you're ready to hook up to your water. Do you use the city water or do you use the freshwater tank with your water pump? Let's talk about the pros and cons of each side.
Welcome to another 2-Minute Tech Tip Tuesday. Brought to you by the National RV Training Academy, the largest hands-on RV training academy in America.
So you're pulling into an RV park. You're about to hook up your water. Now the decision has to be made. Do I use my freshwater tank and my pump, or do I use city water? Let's talk about the pros and cons of both. With the freshwater tank and your water pump, understand that they give constant pressure going to your faucets and your spigots. Most of these water pumps run at 45 to 55 PSI, so it's going to give you constant pressure. You ever been in the shower and it just dips down? Say your neighbor next to you in the RV park turns on the water, your pressure is going to go down in your RV. When you do that, it's going to either become cold or extremely warm if you're using hot water. So always use your water pump. Now, something about a water pump a lot of people don't know is, in most RVs, you're not going to be able to find it. One sure way to look for it is usually behind a false wall. A false wall is being able to take screws out of it, pull it back, and it's usually sitting right there. When you look for it, you have an input side, and you have an outgoing side. From your fresh water, it comes up into usually a strainer, kicks through, and comes out. Goes to all of your faucets and your spigots. These things are not made to run constantly. If you're in the shower or washing dishes and you start getting low water pressure when you're running your water pump, it's typically because you have low water in your freshwater tank. So what you'll need to do is make sure that you refill that. Use your city water to fill it up. Now, with that being said, these things are not made to run long times. What I would recommend you do is go and turn your water pump off while you're refilling and turn off all the demands. It is a demand-based pump. And when I say demand-based, what that means is it's looking for back pressure. It pushes water, fills the lines, your spigots and everything else, and then if it's not open, it's going to push back. It's going to have back pressure to it. Once it does that, the water pump shuts off. A lot of wives' tales out there says that you should turn this off. Unless you have a leak in your system, you understand that this will not run. Okay? So if you run low on water, turn it off. That's the first thing you should do. Now, if you're sitting there and you just finished washing dishes and you hear a little brrr, you do that, split a couple seconds, that is a time that you need to get up and you need to start looking for something. You need to start looking for a leak. And yes, it could be in anywhere. I'm going to tell you, for the most part, your PEX lines that are used in RVs can handle the pressure that you put in these, especially from this one. Okay? Whenever we talk about that, the fittings are your problems. They will actually pop, crack, or just blow apart. Sometimes the crimp lines do not work. Those are the pros and the cons to using your fresh water tank. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I use mine mostly during the wintertime. The water lines actually freeze up around here, so I make sure that my freshwater tank is full, and I'm always going to have water flushing the toilet, doing the dishes, showering, and then whenever it thaws out a little bit, I put water back in my fresh tank each and every day as it thaws out in the afternoon. The cons to using a water pump in your freshwater tank is that when this thing goes out, it is a bad day. You'll have to find it, replace it. The biggest problems that you have with your water pump is not having that back pressure when it's not in use. So just understand, this thing runs constantly, it's going to burn up. This one actually here is 5 to 10 minutes and it will be done. I will tell you, the way that you empty out your freshwater tank is not with this. That's what low point drains are for. These things will burn up. This is my favorite way to run water through my RV.
If you're enjoying what you're learning so far in this tech tip and you want to learn more, why don't you hop on over to the National RV Training Academy, contact your local student advisor where you can start a business, make money while traveling, and be able to help out your fellow campers. Visit nrvta.com.
Let's look at the pros to the city water coming in. One thing you can do is actually hook it to your RV, turn the water on. You still need a pressure regulator to make sure that you're not over pressurizing these lines. And if you do, just adjust it a little bit to where you're at that point, nothing over 65 PSI. Once you have it on, you don't have to worry about filling your tank because you're bypassing it altogether. Whether you have a wet-based system or you have a gravity fed on the side of your RV, you're bypassing the freshwater tank altogether. That is a great way to get what you need on demand. The only problem you have with it is if you stay in a larger RV park, everybody tends to take showers, wash dishes, everything to washing the dog all at the same time. It seems like it's just like electricity. Everybody wants to use it. It's demand based. It affects your flow coming in to your RV at your spigots and your faucets. Therefore, when you use city water, sometimes the water pressure just isn't there for you to be able to take that nice shower that you deserve. Understand that using city water is not bad. I would definitely have a filter on it, but I would still use it. I'm going to tell you that I would prefer a filter on all of my water coming into my RV so that I don't get corrosion in my faucets and my spigots. One of the pros that I like about using the water pump and the freshwater system is that in general, the parks have a tendency to have broken lines and things like that, freeze up, do stuff like that. The ground shifts, the pipes break, things happen. If you have water in your freshwater tank and you're able to use your pump, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about going and turning it off or expect something unusual. Water hammer, whenever you get back to your RV, turn your faucets on and you start getting that water hammer. That is the jolting of the water as it comes through and pushing the air out. Just use your water pump and it won't have that problem. This is my favorite way to use water in my RV. And there's your tech tip.
All right, before you get to the bloopers, which is why you're here in the first place, the RV industry needs thousands of RV technicians and inspectors, and now is the perfect time to do that. If you want to make more money or have more control over your time, go ahead and click the link below. Or if you just want to learn how to fix your own RV, got something for you there. Head over to rvtechcourse.com and get started today.
Now for the reason that you're at the end of the video, roll the bloopers.
Or let me show you the why be able, with freshwater you always from your first and there's your tech tip. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
It's not that. I did it right.
You did it right this time.